serdecznie na prezentacji pana Johna Hazlewooda z Travel Store Maker.
Hi, is this working?
No.
Okay, great. Hi. You guys see that? Okay, great. Everybody speaks English here? Yeah? What do we have in here? We have travel agencies? Hotels? Technology companies? Technology companies, okay, great. People that are building booking engines. Okay. So a little bit about Travel Store Maker. Dynamic packaging, multimodal meta search. So that's our tagline. And briefly, we're based in Sofia, so you can see beautiful city if you haven't been there. Hopefully visit sometime. Just a little history about Travel Store Maker. We were founded in 2000. We're based in Sofia. We have about 60 staff, and our IB technology was licensed by WorldSpin in 2004 and by Galileo in 2007 for a brief period of time. We're the preferred booking engine provider for Travelport, Middle East and Africa, and Sabre in EMEA, and we're an Authors Advocacy ID developer. And various market segments, travel agencies, airlines, rail operators, hospitality industry, and web portals. 22 languages, 3-click booking process. I don't want to bore you with this stuff. Content sources, obviously the GDSs, low-cost carriers. We integrate Multicom and Travel Fusion, and we have our own screen scraping technology called Flight Seeker. We scrape over 40 airline websites and integrate it. We have direct connects to several airlines. Charters. I'll show you what we do with charters. We're going to be integrating Everbread. Car providers, both car and hotel providers from the GDSs and from non-GDS sources. Easy Car and Holiday Autos is what we've integrated for cars, and we have about 43 hotel providers integrated. You can see near all the major players, Booking.com, Hotels.com. You see the Travel Store Maker logo. It's we actually have our own database. Someone can load their own hotel content. This is a meta search, so it searches through different sources. It's a booking engine, so it gets made in the same booking engine. It doesn't link off to the others. And airlines, we have here the low-cost carriers. Over 100 low-cost carriers are integrated. Rail, we're in the process. We're going to be integrating NTV, which is high-speed rail in Italy, and Trenitalia, and then a number of others. 14 payment gateways we've integrated, and we continue to integrate more payment gateways as we have more customers in various markets. Cash, have the cash. We're in the cloud. And our technology is probably a little unique. And what makes our technology unique probably to some of the technology that you guys have is on our 4th generation internet platform, middleware architecture. And I launched the booking engine in May of 1995. So 17 years of development. Probably averaged over the 17 years about 20 people in our development team. So over a 17-year period, that's a lot of development that's gone into it. We still have a core of our staff that's been with us for those years. And it's really the meta search on the back end that makes us unique. And so some of you might be able to do this one-way combination, low cost and published, or low cost and different low cost. And our charter, train, bus, ferry, inventory management tool, so we can load those directly into the system. And quickly this connection is, but so, and also our user interface, you can see here we've integrated maps. So up here to London. You can see it shows maps and our Google flight search. And let's see here. Instead of here, there can be any customized progress indicator on any page, any flow of the booking engine process. So this right here, what we're doing right now, we're looking through 4 different travel agencies, pseudo city codes, to Galileo, to WorldSpan. We're looking through our charter system, and we're looking through a couple different low-cost carrier systems. So obviously the issue we have with speed is the low cost, and we're now going to be caching all the low costs and providing that in a central depository for all of our customers. But you can see here our charter system. So this is not for a consumer-facing site, but the source here is coming out of our own internal charter databases. And we could load in flights plus bus connecting with each other. It could be flight plus rail or ferry. Here's another one coming out of our charter system combination. So one-way charter, return bus. Flights connecting with rail. Again, coming out of our charter database, so these are manually loaded into our system. And then, so again, these can be manually loaded into our system, EasyJet and Ryanair. So, and then you can see the first one here is low cost coming out of FlightSeeker, which is our own screen scraping solution. Wizz Air. So here you can see one-way EasyJet return Wizz. So this is live data coming from our own system. Another combination. Another combination. So you can see the combinations are less expensive than the round trip on the low cost. And sometimes even if they're not, you have a low cost that only has one flight a day and another low cost that has is at a different time. Sometimes the times may be more convenient. So even if it's a little more expensive, it's more convenient for the user. And here you can see a one-way low cost. The return is W5MU, which is a U.S. WorldSpan travel agency. And another one-way low cost, one-way WorldSpan U.S. travel agency. This one right here is a Galileo Italian travel agency. And this one's an interesting one because this one is a one-way outbound is on Galileo. It's coming out of our travel agency in Bulgaria. We're based in Sofia, as I mentioned. And the return is coming out of a WorldSpan U.S. travel agency. And so even if it's a travel agency, say in Poland, sometimes the GDSs, unless the airlines have the same round trip, if the airlines don't have an agreement, then they won't show as two one-ways. So today, one-ways are important to integrate because the airlines are changing their airline structure, their airfare structure, and they're going to one-ways pricing to compete with the low costs. So another one, here's one, a WorldSpan in the UK. LA, Italy. So a lot of different data, a lot of different sources. So any type of source that we plug in, we can pull from. Go back to, and we'll have the ability just we have an extranet that someone can use the extranet to load inventory in. We're going to have a feature, add your own content, so that any content can be loaded on the front end. And the feature of what we're doing is multimodal and interline packaging itinerary construction. And we'll be interlining rail and ferry and air and bus into a single itinerary. So one of the things we're working on right now is to integrate low cost and published. You can see here low cost Sofia to London. The bus here will be coming out of our own charter databases, and London to New York will be coming from the GDS or Direct Connect. And once we integrate rail, it'll show along with flights, round trip, combination one-ways, published or low cost and rail. And phase 2 will be integrating flights plus rail. And again, this bus here would be using our own internal databases. And let's see here. So what we'll be able to do here is, this rail connecting with air, direct coming from direct sources. Again, the bus, National Express, will be coming out of our own internal databases. EasyJet, Greek Ferry. So we have the capability to not only do this with itinerary construction, but also to package it, but also to package hotel within this. And so it's all about the super PNR, which is kind of the buzzword. And on the front end, it looks like a single PNR, but on the back end, it's multiple PNRs that are being booked to different sources. We have customization and branding technology, where you can create your own online travel store. And let's see here. The look and feel is very important, and I showed you our flight, our maps, our Google Maps at the top of this page. But what I'll show you here is what we just launched recently, actually last week.
Podjedziemy tu, weźmiemy jak do hotelu. Ja mam samochód blisko. Przyjadę naokoło.
New York.
Znaczy, tak daje mi darmowy hotel pod cyrkiem przy Mariocie.
Let's slow internet connection here. And And one of the things that makes this, the complicated stuff on the back end is, again, what gives us the capability to do this, because it's fourth generation architecture that our guys have developed over the last 17 years. And it's kind of a So again, this bar is configurable and be any customized progress indicator. And I think everybody saw Google's flight search. It was very impressive. Their maps. And the user interface experience is, a lot of people shop on a site just because of the user interface that you see here. Here we have the results on one side, and highlight on the right, and you can click on and from here you can book. So very innovative user interface, and from what I've seen out there, I think this is probably the best user interface, at least that I've seen. I've seen a lot of booking engines. Progressive search results, we're going to be working, if you, there's Skyscanner and Kayak, and you see the progressive search results that are coming up, and you see prices, and you see more prices coming up as the search is going on. We're in the process of developing that. So a lot of people click off if they wait too long. So you got to have something to create a better user experience. And of course, a phone app. We're developing a phone app, and we'll be able to brand that phone app for our partners and travel agency customers. Corporate travel management tool. We have a great corporate travel management tool. It's for SMEs. It's not a get there type product, but it's a great product for small to mid-sized corporations, and not just as a booking engine, but also as a platform, because what we're providing travel agencies is a network. So if a travel agency brings markets to a corporate and they're not part of a Carlson or an Amex, we can provide a call center, multilingual call center. We support over 10 languages in our office in Sofia. And we have fulfillment partners in about 10 different countries right now. And in the next 6 months, we'll have fulfillment partners in 20 different countries. So for an agency that's not part of an Amex, we provide that capability for them so they can compete with the bigger TMCs. Our hotel cruise and inventory management system, and I'll pull up our site. So this is, I did the search just a minute ago, so I'll just go straight to the search results. And here you can see whenever we have dynamic packaging or hotels, it always works with Google Maps. And Ukrainian International Airlines, this is actually coming out of our charter database. So Panorama Tours has allocations of seats from an airline, and they've loaded that into our charter database. And this is a package with their charter, and this hotel, it could be coming out of our own internal hotel database that they loaded, or it could be one of the 43 aggregators that has been integrated. So here, when you're going into Kiev, they have their own deals. So they've mixed their own deals along with our 43 providers. So one could be Booking, the next one could be Hotels.com, etc. Get back to that. One of the things we're providing is different types of business models. So we're business model agnostic. We're able to provide a Groupon app in our hotel database, and we're able to provide for group sales, group buying, or flash sales, an application, the technology. So in our hotel database, you can load those hotels in. Right now, what a lot of sites are having problems with is like a Grouper, for example, or Groupon, or however. They need a system. Right now they're using vouchers, and they need a system where the content is loaded into the system and it's bookable. So in our databases, you can load direct deals in there and have it bookable, and that's whether it's hotel or air or bus or charter, or if it's flights. I know some airlines have been contacted. We're talking to some airlines, so they're looking for an application that can be branded, and it can only show specific dates, specific city pairs, specific class of service. So we have a tool that can blacklist all that stuff. So it shows just the specific content coming out of the source. So that could be out of a GDS or a direct connect. And so right now we're providing the technology, but we're moving down the path of providing the technology plus the content. And we're going to be sourcing the content from our partners. We have travel agencies in 24 countries that are using our technology today. And so we'll be paying a fee to our partners that source the content, and then to our customers that white label. And these Groupon applications that are out there today, the market share, it's moving, it's channel shift. It's not incremental revenue. So these guys are new entrants to the travel business, and they're taking away market share from the traditional travel agencies and online travel agencies. You can argue that these guys are creating incremental revenue, and in a lot of cases they may be. But a grouper said 750 hotels, I think, in 3 days. Certainly some of those people may have not wanted to take that vacation or have bought that, and they're going to go on a vacation because they got a deal. But most of those people are going to take that vacation instead of taking another vacation. So it's these guys are travel agencies, and I think Groupon, I heard recently they were the eighth largest OTA in France. So they're moving into the travel space, and we think that the travel agents and intermediaries should be participating in that business, and we provide the technology for that. And comprehensive hospitality content. So we're going to be aggregating all types of content into our system. I talked about the 43 hotel providers that we have, but we have B&B and hostels in our system. But if you're familiar with Airbnb, we got funded $120 million recently, got a $1.3 billion valuation because they're creating a new marketplace. People now that have apartments and homes can use their platform to upload their content and rent that content out. So we're looking for those types of partners to plug in. Wouldn't do, got funded 90 million. There's 9 flats and tripping, which are a little similar models, but a little different. Home away, vacation homes, they went public last year, and basically they have a site, kind of a classified site, so they don't even have a database, but people that have vacation homes, they use it 1 to 3 months out of the year. They want to know how they can monetize that, how they can generate incremental revenue and help pay that mortgage. So we're looking to integrate those types of that type of content into our platform, but not only integrated via an API, but also on the front end to allow these people that have this type of content to be able to upload it directly into our system. Easy Car, Get Around, Zipcar, High Gear, Uber. Again, those are really peer-to-peer. It's called peer-to-peer. So Easy Car, Stelios from EasyJet. Recently got Brett Hoberman, founder of Last Minute, on board with him. They're going to do car sharing, so you'll be able to upload your car and rent out your car. Get Around, something similar. Zipcar, High Gear. You'll be able to rent high-end cars. So if you want to rent a Porsche or Mercedes, but you'll rent it from an individual that uploads his car content, and meet him at a Starbucks, or that person at a Starbucks, and get the keys and pay a fraction of the cost. Uber is a very interesting model. 30 million they raised. So if you have a black sedan or an SUV, and you can be part of their platform, and they'll dispatch you. If someone wants a limo, you go to Uber, ask for a limo service, and they'll have one of their partners pick you up, and again, it'll be at a fraction of the cost what it would cost for. This is a very interesting model because think about taxis. They'll be able to compete very similar pricing to taxis, and they don't need to have licenses. So this could be very revolutionary, and all of these companies is very interesting to see where things are moving to. There's a company in the States that got funded $30 million, and if you want to rent, if you need dog food, and it's late at night, you can post, hey, I need dog food. They have the geo coordinates. People that are closely located will get a notification, and for a certain fee, that person can go out and buy dog food. So you have, say, students or whatever, they want to make a little bit of money, they'll run errands for you. So the ecosystem is changing, and these companies are creating an ecosystem. And so there's so many people on the internet today that these new business models are evolving. But in our platform, we'll also be able to load all of this stuff, including car, plus charter, private jet, return leg. All of this stuff will be able to be loaded directly into our system. I have a channel manager tool and a store creator application. So someone wants to create a specific store with specific content. They want Echo hotels, or they want hotels in a specific city or specific country. Our store creator app will be able to create an application that's creates specific content for them. So if you have your own application and we have some content that you don't have, we can provide you that solution, that content. By our white label program, and it's over 10 languages we're supporting. We have toll-free numbers in 40 countries. So we have solutions for travel agencies. Probably our strength is our B2B point of sale desktop application. And we have a travel agency, Welcome Travel Italy, now merging 3 other networks, 2,500 agencies, and they're using our booking engine as a point of sale desktop solution. If you think today travel agents are using a GDS, and then how do they book their low cost, and they're going off to low cost websites. So, a solution that integrates the low cost and one-ways combinations is really a much better solution for a desktop for travel agencies. And our hotel system, of course, they looked at almost every hotel system in Europe, and our solution, what they found was that in 90% of the cases we were more competitive. And we also have Sentransit B2B point of sale desktop application, which is for non-IATAs can use our Sentransit B2B for air and hotel, or IATAs can use it for hotel only. And in multimodal, we think that's going to potentially be a huge differentiator, and technical barrier. Just you may have some great technology, and on the back end, this middleware that we developed, that's our 4th generation architecture. That's really what makes us unique and gives us the capability. So companies have heard of a couple of companies that have tried developing multimodal, and they end up going out of business because they just spend so much money on trying to develop it. Just couldn't get it done. And once you start investing, you got to keep on investing, and it's difficult. Rail operators were powering a number of airlines, and we're really trying to focus on ancillary services for airlines, hotels. So if you think about Ryanair, EasyJet, 20% of their revenue comes from selling ancillary stuff. That's why they don't want anyone screen scraping them or providing access by different sources. And briefly, I'll show you our hotel website of the future, which is a very interesting product. And again, it's really about dynamic packaging. We launched this over a year ago, and we've been trying to get it out to the market, but so this is for hotels, and what the trend is right now in the States is dynamic packaging for hotels. So if you see this hotel is in Sofia, this is our quick search form here, and we provide a hotel booking engine, so that hotel system can load 1,000 hotels or a single hotel. And so here, hotels in other cities, so we can blacklist any city. We share the revenue with the hotel. Flights, this is an inbound flight model. So if you're a hotel in Warsaw, maybe 60-70% of your customers may be coming from outside of Poland. So if you have an air booking engine on your website, you need the relevant content coming from different markets. You need the market fares, consolidator fares. But packaging is really the trend.
Ale jeżeli ja mam sprzedać hotel, i w zeszłym roku na pierwszej samej konferencji był case study hotelu Major w Krakowie i hotelu do Słońca na Stolicach.
So this again is using low-cost carriers. Once we have rail integrated, we'll be able to package air, rail, and hotel for a single hotel. If you think in Italy, there's 40,000 hotels. A lot of those hotels aren't near an airport. So if you have a packaging solution, you really need to have rail. And that stuff can be, again, either direct connect or loaded into our databases. So if it's a hotel in, say, a resort place where there's a lot of charters coming in, so here you can see that this is a little different than the last packaging solution. So this is Wiz packaged with this hotel, the Jasmine Hotel. Package price includes air and hotel. And you can scroll down and it's sorted by price, low to high. So you can select a different airline at a higher price. And here, if you look on the heights, this is their main page. Travel packages, flight, hotel, and car. Now, a lot of the chains now, so it's becoming a trend, and the hotel chains are white labeling. They're having packaging solutions on their site. But again, the issue is that with these sites, the air content, I did a search from London to New York and another one London to Hawaii. And when I searched hotel only and searched air in our system, where the flights were coming out of from a UK travel agency or consolidator, it was much cheaper to buy the air and hotel separate compared to their packaging prices. And why is that? That's because the air is coming from a U.S. travel agency, and so it's very U.S. centric. Expedia is probably the market leader in white labeling for hotel websites, and it's really the same issue with Expedia. It's U.S. centric. The air is U.S. centric. Plus, the hotel content that they have is a discount of 45%. It's the deal that they do with hotels for package prices. And the hotels don't have the ability to change the pricing. If they change the pricing, then they have to give that pricing to Expedia for Expedia and their entire network. So our solution really provides a hotel the ability to have whatever type of pricing for their hotel product, specific inventory, and it's just a much better solution. These are the countries where we have travel agencies today. And we have a partner program. So we're looking for partners to expand, growing organically. And so if any of you are interested in partnering, we have a distribution partnership program and a joint venture franchise model. And we also have, we've launched webinars, so we're providing webinars pretty much every week that me and some of my colleagues provide. And we have basically a studio, and it's more of a production, I guess, very interactive. And so we're inviting customers and prospects and the GDSs, and so we have sort of our main focus of our campaigns now. And that's it. I don't know if anyone has any questions.